Hello team, welcome to a new devlog. I've been working on a pretty big update ever since the Next Fest. The main part that took the longest was a new tutorial. I kind of had to redo the whole thing, make it a little more dynamic, I guess. The main part is to show false and true outcomes for compare nodes and to show how to stop the drone if you really wanted to. So, anyway, I have a big list of updates. We'll just go through them one by one, like we do. All right, let's go. Okay, the first thing I added, well, it's not the first thing, but it's something I added. It was a new body, a new starter body. Is this one? It is. It has all the slots for all the wing sizes, so you don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about progression where you need to get extensions first just to fit other wings and whatnot. So small wing on the front, medium wing on the side, and large wing on the back here. And of course you can get a medium wing on this side as well. There was a new tutorial as well. I'm not gonna go through it all, but there's a this is the end result of the tutorial. So it's body, engine, and then gun and bullets for the gun. Never forget the bullets, and this is the code you should end up with. Yeah. So this one basically goes forward, stops, and fires. Most important thing I had to add was this. Was to point out that compare nodes can go to negative to do false outcomes. Yeah, so this is this is a distance somewhere here distance, so if it's more than 90 meters it'll move at its straight 0 degrees relative to self here at 100% power. This is a new thing. This is the first time I'm using the second input value, so you can change this value to whatever. So yeah, the turn also has that value. I set this to the same variable as the angle of the hostile drone, which is variable ASD. I set it here. Yeah, it's part of the tutorial. You go through it. So this makes it turn slower as it gets to the angle. Makes it a little more precise. I think I went over this before. So the big thing is to go negative here. Let's see, so I'll show you what it does here. This is what they do. They go up. I thought I was following it. Yeah, so then they stop and they fire and whatnot. That's the end of that. And also the new tutorial also points out that fact that not the fact, but you can, it points out this evaluate section, which is PvP, which very few people have tried. Yeah, maybe it's just not their bag, but I guess maybe people just don't check this for, I don't know, whatever reason. And there's a new shortcut that I added to skip the tutorial because I had to reset the data for everyone. I'll probably have to do it again one more time before early access, but I'm not sure. After that, it will never be reset again. So yeah, F5. It also just, if there's no tutorial going, it'll refresh to the home page for whatever reason you may want. Yeah. Okay, I added I added variables to, let's just do this with a new body. I added values to event nodes, so you can actually set a value here early. It used to be nothing here. I don't know why I'm pointing. Nothing here. Nothing here. Besides this output and comments. Now you can just set some kind of value. You can even, and you can save it to a variable. It could be an initialization thing if you want it to be, or like some kind of countdown or something. But yeah, I think it saves an extra node to set values for. Speaking of setting values with nodes, there's a modified node that doesn't only go over It's not in the tutorial, but it basically, you know, modifies numbers. The caveat is that if you're modifying a variable, whatever this is, and you say, oh, +5, it doesn't automatically save that to the variable. The variable stays the same. So this is a 2, and this is now a 7. The 7 will be the inherited value going forward, but this will stay at 2. So you have to resave it here if you wanna keep adding to the same variable. This is good for the you know, like a for loop or something like that. And I also changed this equals. So equals is you just set something to a value, but I'm hiding the top value because it's irrelevant, right? You're just setting something to 5. This will be the inherited value. So whatever this leads to, whatever this inherits will be 5. This is what it's sending. So, and then if you wanted to save it to a variable, this is like something you would use to set a variable. If you want to set it at runtime, you know, there's also this to set variables pre-run. So I could, let's say 5 or something. This will be here. This will be right here. It'll be 5. I added false pass for read nodes as well. So this let's see, this new bod. So we'll go read, and we'll find, let's say we'll find an obstacle. There is no obstacle here. So if you want to go here and like dispatch whatever, we watch it go. It says obstacle not available, right? It doesn't evaluate to that. But if it is available, whatever, if it's not there, then you'll evaluate to this. It goes here. But then if we add an obstacle here, remember you can always add nodes with shift click. You can remove nodes with alt click. So yeah, there's an obstacle in your face, and now it should say, oh, okay, that's the distance to the obstacle right here. And remember, you can always do a little debug line. Yeah, see the little debug line going to there? That's to the obstacle. So you can kind of see what your drone is doing. I reduced the time step from 1/60 to 1/100. This will make it a little more accurate on the simulation. It'll take a little more time to simulate. Well, I can actually say how much time it is. It's 40% more time. No, that's not right. 60 divided by 10. I don't know. It's like 108, like 80% more time. I don't know. 60 is 40 out of 40 divided by 60. Oh. Don't make me do math. Anyway, so 1/100 will make these times a little more nice looking. It was like 1/60 was 0.16666 repeating, I think. So when you add those up, it kind of makes it look weird. But now it'll just be the precision is going to be 1/100th of a second. So you can only beat someone by 1/100th of a second. And that's it. If you get this. Let's see. Oh, power input movement. Okay, I went to power input, but also like, so there I removed there used to be an operation called stop movement, but now you can just set power to 0, and actions will persist as long as they don't say that they won't. Like if you fire, you put in a number, and then if it's 1, it will say it'll go down to 0 and you're done. But like movement and stuff, they will continue as long as you don't change it. So if you want to stop it, you have to overwrite your movement with a 0. That's just kind of like, there's really no good reason to do it. because you always want to be moving around, finding new targets and whatnot. But you might want it for something, some kind of a PvE challenge or something like that, some kind of a mission. X and Y location default variables. So you have default variables here. Let's just do new bot again. So you can see that it's got X and a Y here. Now you used to have rotation all the time, but X and Y. So it's the location in the arena. It's useful for PvE missions because you always start here. You always start at 0, well, 0, close to 0 on the X, and I think positive on the Y, no, negative on the Y. So kind of know where you are, so you can put yourself where you want to be. It's good for me to code NPCs as well, because I always know that they're going to be at positive Y over there and around 0 as well. And you can use those, like if you wanna read those as a variable, you just put in X or Y like that. Okay, and this is good because I also added a new read node. Read node is this one, not read node but read operation, which is get location. So you can just get the location's distance or angle to these coordinates. So if you see something like this, you can, here I'll show you. Let's make it a green. So this should fire off to 0, so like right here. Or actually it's evaluating to the obstacle. No, wait. This might be a bug. Okay, it's not a bug, I just couldn't see it. So yeah, it just fires up to 0 right here. And so you can like move by getting the angle or distance. You can just move to that location by, you know, move at angle, whatever. It's relative to the drone here. Let's see. Okay, so add visuals to the weapon basis. I don't know if this is anything necessary, but like you can use the weapons used to be attached. Well, first they were floating, then they were attached right next to it, but now they have a little base, and that's mostly because I added the new parts here that kind of stick out. So if you add a gun, if you add a gun to here, you don't want it to kind of point at something here. I guess I can go on to what I have here. So I have, there's 2 new types of parts I have. This one, it's a special, I think the thumper. So yeah, it kind of sits there. So this kind of shoots over it, sort of, kind of see it. Yeah, and then, so specials use charges. This has 3 charges, cooldown, range, and then also have, I guess I could probably have it here, but like if you not roll this over, it has like a little extra explanation. So this knocks back all surrounding drones. That's what thumper does. And then another new part is the converter, and this will convert, and this repairs all damaged parts. So it has an energy cost. It's kind of sitting there, and it will heal you for 20 at a cost of 1,000, and you can do it every 3 seconds. It's kind of, it'll heal all, it will repair all damaged parts. So the more damaged parts you have, as long as they're not destroyed, the more value you get from this. Now it uses energy, and I added new stats to the engine. The engine now has energy and energy regeneration. So it will start, it's a starting energy, and then how much it regenerates every second, as this says. This is represented, let me go to, oh no, this is fine. So this shows new parts. This is represented with this blue line here. Sorry. And And the charges for the special are here. They're not rounded enough. They're kind of rounded. They're okay. Yeah, so let me show you how those two work. So I have this set up. This is the patcher, which is the converter, and thumper is this is little knockback thing. So if we play this, you'll see the thumper go off and just knock that out of there. This guy's just chilling. Yeah, it just keeps knocking them out. You can see the charges go away. And now we're getting damaged, and you can see the, well, maybe. This patcher goes off, and the little energy bar drops. Watch it go off again. Takes some damage, goes off again, heals you a little bit. So you might want to use that more strategically than just waiting for 3 seconds and running again. So yeah, so those are two new parts that you can add, and they are available from level 4 and 5. Yeah, 4 will give you the thumper and 5 will give you the patcher. I added more levels. I added so each stage will have 9 levels. That's my plan, and then we'll have more stages. And yeah, so each one of these will be part rewards, and I'm keeping the option open to have another star there, so you can, I think 3 stars max you can get, and I'm keeping those open. I'll add those. I can add those always later. I think they're mostly going to be cosmetic rewards, because I don't think I can come up with that many parts to give. Cosmetic stuff, titles, whatever. Oh, okay. Also, I added, let's keep using this. I added negative results for dispatchers. So if a dispatcher dispatches something, let's say it dispatches, I don't know, this, whatever. And I also added a false outcome here. So false outcome will evaluate if it doesn't find any listeners. So this will be, I feel like this will be good to know if like a part is destroyed. There might be the better ways to do that, but if a part is destroyed or something and you're trying to send a listener to it, you can say, no, it's destroyed, do something else, you know, maybe do a little strategy change or something like that. So let's go through that, and it's working because bug. Hold on. Okay, not a bug again. I'm just stupid. Yeah, I didn't reset the code, so it's not finding that. So it evaluates to negative. And if we do find a listener here or anywhere here, it will it should, yeah, reset the code. I tell myself every time. It'll back to true because it found a listener here. So that should be useful. I think it's nice. I think it's nice to have. It's a nice to have type of thing. Yeah. And outside it, this is not really important, but there's NPC only slots. So if you make an NPC, this is mostly for me. This was to make the fight like a boss drone for level 9. So if you have let's do a triangle body, and this is the only one I've added special slots to. I think is this one, also small body. So this normally you would not have this slot. You would not have a weapon slot on this extension at all, and you wouldn't have a mod either. So if it's an NPC, you can actually add a gun to this, but on a regular one you wouldn't. And then if you switch from NPC, it will remove all that stuff. So be careful if you're making an NPC. Don't do a lot of switching. Yeah, and I guess that is it. Feels like it worked for a really long time, but there's not really much to go over. All right. Okay, that's it for the updates for this one. It was big updates, I think. At least I thought they were. It took me quite a while. I am feeling the crunch a little bit. My plan is to release early access on January 3rd. I really want to just get it out there and try to get some more users. It is going to be kind of a test still, but I do want somewhat healthy community playing it, just to have a good PvP pool. That pool will be shared with the demo, so hopefully that keeps it somewhat alive for so people don't get upset that they can't find someone to fight against. It is asynchronous, so nobody has to be online, as long as they add their team to the pool, and it can be used. Anyway, I'm feeling the crunch a little bit, and I do want to get a couple more stages done before the release. So I'm chugging along, foregoing any kind of social life, which I had very little of anyways, but this is I'm getting a little obsessed with this, a little addicted to making this thing. So it is a passion project still. I'm still loving it, so I hope you will love it too. And I hope I will see you. Try the demo, wishlist, please. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.